All right, Audrey here wanted some closure, and she couldn't get it herself, so she wanted our help yesterday. Hey, Audrey.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. All right, so this right here is tragic, man. So tell us about you, your boyfriend, then fiance, and how everything just kind of went to crap right before you're supposed to get married.
Yeah, so it was like 5 years ago when it happened. I was engaged. We'd been together for like 2 years. And the wedding was about a month away. And he suddenly just kind of came to me, told me he wasn't sure if he was ready to be married and felt like we should wait until we were a little bit older. I was like, okay, well, the wedding's planned. Like, it's a month away. So I was heartbroken. I was angry. And he ended up just breaking up with me. And I never spoke to him again.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was now 5 years ago, and I'm engaged to someone else. And while I'm, like, planning this wedding and everything, I'm just like, I want to know if I did something wrong so I don't make the same mistake again.
Wait, danger. I'm feeling all sorts of danger now. Danger, danger, danger. You guys aren't feeling this?
No. Oh. I feel like this is the wedding is like a trigger for her, and planning the wedding is just taking her back to before, and that's why all of these feelings are coming back.
That's a good point that I hadn't thought of. But I mean, at the end of the day, will it matter? I just feel like you got yourself a new man now. Yeah. You're in love with a new man.
Yeah.
That is in your past. You know this dude is not capable of doing that. You're with a mature man. So what does it even matter?
I just really don't want to have the same thing happen again.
She's in her head. It's like she's got PTSD from the previous wedding. And so here she is. I feel like in order for her to fully enjoy planning this wedding and putting this together, she's going to need that little tidbit of information so she can really immerse herself in this rather than constantly questioning, if I do this, is he going to call it off and leave me?
I feel like I get that, but because they are two different men who have had two different experiences, that any information that you get from this last guy is going only to do harm to the situation that you're in right now.
So you're saying it's situational. It's like person to person.
Yes.
It's not going to apply to him just because it happened with the other dude.
Exactly.
Does your current fiance know what happened to the loser fiance from back in the day?
He knows that I was engaged. I don't think I've really let him in on, like, how much it, like, rocked me. Like, it was so sudden. It seemed completely out of nowhere. And I think that's probably why I really do feel like I need the closure, because, like, there's just still so many questions. And I kind of thought it would go away. And maybe it did for a little bit, but, like, I just really want to know.
Does he know that you're pursuing this closure? Forget about us. Even if we weren't involved, does he know?
No.
He does not. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, I feel like it would be different if she was trying to get closure on, like, the relationship period. But because now I can imagine, if I'm putting myself in Audrey's shoes, every time I go to, like, a cake tasting, or if I'm, like, checking out venues, I'm thinking about, well, I did this last time with the loser fiance, and it's bringing back those old feelings. So I'm on Audrey's side.
Yeah.
I think this would actually be really helpful to help her enjoy this entire process.
And for the record, she's not the one reaching out. So she's not making any contact with him. She's asking us to do it on her behalf.
Wow, that is a stretch.
Well, but it's true.
It is true, but it's still reaching out to him.
No, it's not.
What do you mean it's not?
Well, it's not her, like, sliding into his DMs being like, hey, buddy, what happened 5 years ago? You want to try things again? It's like, we're just getting the facts here.
Here's the issue. I am comparing it to the chick that hopped on a plane and flew out to Texas to go meet with her ex to get closure, right?
Right.
So I feel like this is just a drop in the bucket. It's not that big a deal.
Audrey, you got like 30 or 45 seconds before we got a break, but I'm just really curious. Leading up to that time, you had no idea, no indication at all that he was getting cold, he was getting cold feet, he was feeling any differently, and then just bam, a month beforehand, that's it.
Yeah, I really had no idea. There were no signs. I was not worried about it at all. came out of nowhere.
I can totally understand how it would be scarring like that, but I just don't know that the two are intertwined. I know your feelings are the way you feel. They can't be denied, right? We got to acknowledge those for sure. I'm with Mo, though. I just don't know what you can possibly find out from loser one that will make your legit engagement right now better in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I don't see the correlation at all.
But we did reach out to the dude.
I do, Abby. Do you?
I 100% do.
Okay.
Moving forward.
We've already moved forward. All right, so Tommy, our show director, reached out to the ex to try to get some closure for you and got a response back. So we can give you a little bit of closure on this one, so maybe you'll be able to move on, okay?
All right, that sounds good.
All right, when we come back, we'll give you all the results.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Closure call coming up next.
The Bert Show.
All right, Audrey, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, Audrey was telling us a couple of minutes ago that she was all set to get married. This was 5 years ago. She had been engaged and seeing a dude for 2 years. I have those figures right, correct?
Yes.
And then about a month before the wedding, the former fiance says, I'm too young to get married. It's over. And that was it. Relationship done. He takes off. You guys break up, correct?
Yep, that's right.
And you haven't spoken to him since.
No.
Enter new dude. You are now in love. You are engaged as well. Your wedding date is set for when?
We haven't set an official date, but it'll probably be within the year.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you there. I've said that a million times. All right. So you're engaged and you're having sort of like these emotional flashbacks anytime you plan anything that you really want closure from the last engagement before you move forward with your new man.
Yeah, I do.
All right. I think I got it all in there to recap you guys that weren't listening earlier. Tommy, our show director, reached out to your ex, and he can take it from here.
Yep, we're going to call him Paul, and I texted him. I told him who the Bert Show is and explained what closure call is, and his response was, sounds weird, but okay. So why are you contacting me? And I said, I'm sure you remember your former fiance, Audrey. And he said, of course. I haven't talked to her in a long time, though. And I said, yeah, I know. Well, she's actually engaged again and getting ready to tie the knot. And Paul said, good for her. What does that have to do with me?
Yeah, that would be very off-putting if I received a text just letting me know my ex was engaged. And I probably would have cut off all conversation with you at that point.
So guys handle that, I think, differently than women do.
I did not handle it well.
Yeah. Like most guys I know, when they hear that news, it's like it's like not a big deal for them. But the women that I know in my world that have gotten that news kind of like rocks their world a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't think nothing of it if I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you. Go on.
All right, so in response to Audrey's pending wedding, he said, good for her. What does that have to do with me? And I said, well, she's feeling really nervous and anxious about it because of how her last engagement ended. And he goes, oh, sorry, I guess. Why is she nervous? Different guy, different circumstances.
He has a point.
Mm-hmm. And I said, I guess that's the problem. She doesn't really understand what the circumstances were. Without knowing what happened between the two of you, she has no way of knowing if things will be different this time. And Paul said, well, that sounds a bit dramatic. She'll be fine, I'm sure. And I said, I am sure she will be, but we'd like to reassure her and help get her some answers. You might even call it closure. She just really needs to hear your side of the story. Paul said she has nothing to worry about, had nothing to do with her. And I said, well, it had to have something to do with her. You broke up with her a month before walking down the aisle. Ding. Audrey genuinely wants to learn and grow from her past experiences. If you could provide some honest insights, it would mean a lot to her. And Paul said, look.
Oh, you know when you get a look, you're about
Here comes the lecture.
Look, you can let Audrey know that it really had nothing to do with her. I never wanted to get married. Not then, not now. I've known deep down that marriage wasn't right for me since I was young. But at the time, I felt pressured by everyone, society, friends, family, even Audrey. And I said, so you still have no plans to get married? And he said, nope, not at all. I said, then why did you even propose to her? And he said, like I said, pressure. And I said, so there's nothing she did then and nothing she would need to do differently now. And he said, nothing and nothing. I said, cool. I guess that's a legitimate reason. We'll let her know. I'm sure she will feel better hearing that. And he said, glad I could help. And I said, thanks for being honest. See ya.
All right, Audrey, after hearing all that and that exchange, how you feeling?
My heart is pounding. I guess there's definitely a bit of relief. There's still a part of me that's like, there has to be something that really like pushed it to that point.
No, don't overthink it.
No, you're
He's giving you every answer you want right now. Don't try to read between the lines.
Yeah, like, I mean, Audrey,
Right.
he felt pressure to propose, like he said. Like, he's explained everything. And sometimes you get caught up and you just keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper to the point you're like, I can't get out of this. I can't get out of this. I can't get out of this. Until that one, like a month out, it really became real. And he knew this is what he wanted to do. And that's why he flaked and he left. So I don't think you have to do any more digging. This is a dude that's not opposed to you, just opposed to marriage.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
It's a great answer for you. I mean,
Yeah.
it literally had nothing to do with you.
Now, don't go back to your new fiance and then every day go, you sure you're ready to get married?
Yeah.
And then the next day, you still sure you're ready to get married? That's in the past, man, and it had nothing to do with you. That was him. You got a brand new life. Go enjoy it.
All right.
That sounds hopeful. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you guys.
All right, Audrey. Good luck.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
They always
Bye.
seem so disappointed,
I know,
even when they
right?
get like the best possible outcome.
100%.
Right.
Can't
It's
get
good
any
news.
better than that. Gotta read between the lines.
The Bert Show.
So, first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get The Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.